wire. On the wire. On the wire. On the wire.
Little instrumental in the beginning, and I'll just kick it in.
Okay, we're rolling.
Thank you. Feed the birds, feed the squirrels, let the people feed the world. City birds, city squirrels, city people feed the world. Parks in spring, birds will sing, baskets filled with seeds will bring. Ducks in ponds sing this song, everybody sing along. Look at these fancy trees, these trees bear no fruits or seeds. Shakes and shacks makes the trash, overflowing trash for rats. Don't blame birds, don't blame squirrels, let's create a fruitful world. Let's create a fruitful world. Yeah. I figure I'd show you my songwriting system because people need to know about this. I wouldn't recommend anyone else do it this way. You know, just do what you feel comfortable with. I use a cassette player, tape recorder. These used to be called tape recorders, not called cassette players. Got cassettes. Record little demos on here, little practice songs. Let's see what's on here. I don't even know what's on here. Here we go. Sounds like a hit. Sounds like a hit. Anyway, and then I put everything in notebooks. These kind of notebooks here. I don't use computers. I use notebooks. Boxes and boxes of these notebooks going back to 1984, and boxes of tapes going back to a similar year. Each cassette tape is labeled June 2019, September 2018, July 2018. If it's a 60-minute tape, odds are it might have upwards of 60 song ideas on here. I have hundreds of these tapes. Some of the songs are more developed than other songs. So if I'm ever in a need of, if a project comes along and says, oh, we need 8 children's songs, I just dig into one of these tapes, even just one of them, and then there's 30 or 60 ideas on the tape which can be developed into the specifics of what they need for their show. I can customize a song for anything, and I just want to be known as the easiest guy to work with in show business. That's all. Easy to work with. I'll make it work for you. You know, I can take no for an answer. I'm a little too used to that actually, but not supposed to talk about that. I remember one thing my father told me is he said, you know, if you're gonna go into show business, he goes, get ready for a lot of rejection. I'm like, please, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, it is tough. It is a tough business. He also said, I hate vegetarians. And that's something I go, Dad, I'm the only vegetarian that you know. Anyway, so that's how I write songs. I don't have GPS. I use a map. I'm walking around the city. I can find any street on this. What do I need GPS for? I got everything I need here. This map is so old, though, it says the V train still exists. You guys remember the V train? Anyway, I do. So, that's my system. Cassettes, notebooks, maps. I don't do it to be difficult. I just do it because it's practical and it works. Works for me. Alright, let's do some songs. Thanks.
Rolling.
So this song is called Up to Date for a Waitress. It's based on the book The Up to Date Waitress, which I'm sure everyone's familiar with, written by Janet Mackenzie Hill. Now this book came out in 1914. and it was part of a series that I got to perform in called Necromancers of the Public Domain, presented by Theater of the Apes. And so basically, they take an old, antiquated book that's out of print, in this case, The Up-to-Date Waitress, from 1914, and they request that the songwriters write songs based on this book. So basically, it talks about all the pleasantries and niceties that a housemaker, a waitress of sorts, a house servant, would have to do in order to cater to their clients, making things just right. It's something I know quite a bit about. I like catering to my clients, so I could really relate to this story. And I did write a song about it called The Up-to-Date Waitress. It's like a book series that you write songs about books. The song goes like this. Yeah, a little bit louder. Okay. Up to date for a waitress. Take another plate. English service. Fill a wooden bowl, properly chill. Don't wait till later when we're up to date. Serving lunch. Style compromise. Set the grapes a bunch. Adjust the water size. Do not throw the slices of the bread back in the oven when we're up to date. Take the butter shown in illustrations finally when the cheese has all been grated. 2 warm steaks, hamburger cakes, doily covered plates for the ones who wait, and rinse the pan. But remember, replenish the glass, set the platter, put a tablespoon beyond the nearest fork. This is an order when we're up to date. Coffee served in the library, served upon a tray. This is mandatory. Pass the plate of cake, remove the crumbs. This must be done when being up to date. Cups and saucers need to be in order. Take another plate out from the sideboard. Breakfast sized, forks and knives, bristle brushy dry, handsome sink supplied. Care for lamps, wicks and burners. The chimney has been damp. Extinguish lighters. If the fireplace is furnished with the tiles, then use ammonia when you're up to date. Being up to date. When you're up to date. Serving meals most neat and orderly with tact. Dispatched, succinct, and accuracy and cleanliness. For the niceties, take a daily bath. Minor moralities, undergarments most immaculate, become festivities when being up to date. When you're up to date. When we're up to date. Up to waitress, up to date. So I had this big band called the Pendulum Swings, a big band orchestra. 8 horns, great guys, 2 alto saxes, 2 tenor saxes, 2 trombones, 2 trumpets, upright bass, Mr. Matt Dallow on accordion, of course, and I'd write the songs. I'd bring the songs to the guys, and they'd orchestrate them for 8 horns, sometimes 9 horns. And one of the songs that we did quite regularly was a song about a certain subway stop and a certain guy with a eye that was just a little too close for the ladies, especially being a married guy. That can get you into trouble, folks. Be careful. Don't do what I did. Anyway, the song's called All the Pretty Girls Get On at Larimer. Oh, I'll say it one more time. We can get that out. That was kind of fun, but let's try it again.
Take 2.
Take 2. Oh, okay. And the song's called All the Pretty Girls Get On at Larimer. pretty girls get on at Larimer. Yes, they do. Larimer Street. Most every day, every way. And this train just keeps on rolling, rolling every way. Good morning to this ordinary day. Pretty girls, gentlemen, way to go away. Oh, the gentlemen, all the gentlemen. There's not a lot of them, including me. Gentlemen, what can I say? Every day, and this world just keeps on turning, turning every way. Good morning, good morning, good morning to this ordinary day. Pretty girls, gentlemen, way to go away. Just notes on the solo. Here we go. All the pretty girls get off at Union Square. This is where I shall stay every day. And the farmer knows the seasons from the cycles of the sun. The artist plus humanity can only equal one. Pretty girls, gentlemen, way to go away, way to go. Oh, the pretty girls, well, yeah, kaboom. This is a brand new song. No one has ever heard the song before. It's a world premiere here on The Wire, and it's called Euthanized, and it's a positive look at the state of death. Okay, it goes like this. Brand new song. I've got the lyrics here. Well, somebody called. Oh my God, that's I don't know what key to sing. Somebody. 1, 2, take 2. Somebody call 9. I don't think it's too high. Take 3. Take 3. Last chance. Here we go. Otherwise, we'll do another song. Well, somebody call 911. There's an emergency. Loss of consciousness, you see, the vital signs of all decline. There is no pulse, no heartbeat, nothing left inside. You never know when it's your time. But then you do, and then it's time to go up to the sky. There's never a good time to die. Unless there is, but then again, as if I can decide. I've been advised. You've been euthanized. Medicine can't save you, and the doctor has to lie. I've been advised. You've been euthanized. So I cry and you die, and I cry. Somebody will take your place. The laws of nature reincarnate, reinvent, and reinstate. Who's that lucky soul next time? What karmic debt will be repaid from cosmic suicide? I feel there's nothing more left here to say. I'll state my case and turn around and face another day. The devil's in the details, so it's true. He's coming down, he's looking out, he's coming after you. I've been advised, you've been euthanized. Medicine can't save you, the doctor has to lie. I've been advised, you've been euthanized, so I'll cry death, your family, they have been notified. We're sorry to inform you, but your loved one has already died. I've been advised, you've been cast aside. Breathe into the stethoscope, the doctor has to lie. I've been informed, this is the new norm. Instigate an operation just to be reborn. I'd feel remorse if you should die, of course. Fall into eternity and reconnect with source. I've been advised, you've been euthanized, so I've been advised, you've been euthanized, so I've been advised, you've been euthanized, so I'll die, cry, die, and you die. Somebody call 911, somebody call 311, somebody call EMS, somebody got some EMF, somebody call NPR, somebody call PRN, somebody call CNN, someone get some EBT, someone get your XYZ, someone call your ABC. What good is that BMI? Someone got your BAI, someone got your OSS. What the hell's the DNC? Where the hell's the STS? Someone's got your STP. Someone call the ANC. Someone call the CDC. Someone got some CBD. Someone got some THC. Where the hell's the BBC? Gotta get some GMOs. Gonna go to LAC. Gonna fly out to LAX. Gonna go to JFK. Gonna call the CIA. Gonna do the BDS. Gonna do the BSS. Somebody call 911. Second. All this stuff. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. There is some organization to this. All right. So, here's what's going on. I've been in contact with this woman named Judith Very Baker. Judith Very Baker was a witness to history. She was recruited by the government as a teen science superstar in the early 60s as part of the Cold War. She was involved in a secret bioweapon project, cancer developing project, to create a bioweapon to take out Fidel Castro. They were trying to get rid of the beard. And along the way, as part of the project, she met and fell in love with another government agent who was also involved in the project. And his name is, and was, or is, Lee Harvey Oswald. Judith sketched this picture of Lee Oswald. How are we for light years? Is this okay? Nothing too glary? Okay. So this is Judith's drawing of Lee Oswald. She and Lee Oswald were boyfriend and girlfriend in 1963. And after the assassination, in November of 63, Judith went into hiding because a lot of people who were connected with it never made it out. And then she came out and told her story in the early 90s, and I was able to come in contact with her. And with her assistance, I wrote a musical based on her book, Me and Lee, which tells her story and also serves as a backdrop to the Kennedy assassination, but also serves as a introduction to how the spread of cancer has become such an epidemic. And so one of the songs from the musical is called Cancer Cells, and I'd like to do that song for you right now. Sung by Dr. Mary Sherman. Judith is played by Emily Fremgen. Mary Sherman is played by Miss Stephanie. Trav SD is David Ferry, and I'm Lee Harvey Oswald. Because my millennial dropped out, so I had to play the part of someone half my age. That's okay. The song's called Cancer Cells. They're in a science laboratory. They're trying to develop a secret bioweapon to take out Fidel Castro. There's all these different colors of cancer in test tubes. Real cancer. Cancer cells living in a laboratory, always growing, never slowing. Cancer cells, radiation speeds mutation, tumor spread. Cancer cells. Underneath a microscope, they're metastasizing. Not surprising. Whatever cells. Cancer-causing monkey viruses. What's the difference? Insignificant. Here's the cultured flask, stacked inside the test tubes, like you asked. Just dispose of this waste. All of these mice will soon be in their place. Here's another batch. Let's get Castro. The plan is hatched. It's clear. Yes, we gotta get him real quick. The clock will tick. The man gets sick, and Fidel dies this year. Cancer cells, 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 cancer cells. Cancer cells. Here's a song for you. A song called "If There's One Thing They Call This Thing," and each verse goes up a different octave. This song has 4 key changes. Most indie rock is lucky if it has 4 chord changes. But don't get me started about indie rock. Whatever you do. Does it start? I got something, you got something. They call this thing love. Every day is a fairy tale taking flight into the night. I'll see you there in the heavens. I sang way up too high. I got something. Song's called. Is there one thing that? Try it again. Song has 4 key changes. Most indie rock has 4 chord changes. It's okay. It's not a contest. I got something, you got something. They call this thing love. Every day is a fairy tale taking flight into the night. I'll see you there in the heavens here high, in the clouds up above, out of sight, out of mind. Out of mind most of the time. Until now, I'll see you there in the heavens here high, in the clouds up above. There's one thing they call this thing, and they call this thing love. Ba 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 la boodle boodle beep ba boodle ba ba bum ba ba la bum ba dum. You got purpose, I got promise. Take this thing to heart. Every day is another way to be part. That's a start. I know these things through experience, practice, and patience in part. If there's one thing they call this thing, then they call this thing heart. If there's one thing they call this thing, ba 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 la biddle biddle beep ba ba la ba ba bum ba ba la bum ba dum. I got questions, you got answers. This much has been told. Every day is another chance to get hold, and to get whole, I've got myself and the universe solidly under control in the past, present, future here. I can call this thing soul. In the past, present, future here. Instrumental. Ba 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 la biddly biddly beep ba biddly ba ba bum ba ba la ba. Modulate to G. Ba dum. You got aces, I got deuces. Some say the deck is stacked. Either way, it's the only game that we got. Shuffle the pack. Democracy is a fallacy when it's $1, 1 vote. If they call this democracy, this republic is broke. If they call this speech freedom, then this free speech has spoke. If there's one thing they call this thing, I'll see you there in the heavens here high, in the clouds up above. If there's one thing they call this thing, then they call this thing love. You want it nice and blended. You want to blend it up all the way. It's important. Whoa! That should be good. And then, the best part, take out your finest cups. How about this one here? Try not to make a mess. Pour it in your finest glassware. And secretly hope there's not too much ginger in this. Pretty good. I'm Jason Trachtenburg, and that's how you make a green juice.